Did you know that waking up just 2 hours earlier every day adds up to an entire extra month of time each year? I used to struggle waking up early. If I had a class at 11, I would wake up at 10. Just enough time to get ready and usually still wake up late. I wasn't a morning person for years and I told myself I could never be one. But I wanted to change. I spent 20 years waking up late, sometimes at noon or even 1 p.m. until I finally figured out the 8 strategies that help me to wake up in the morning and be productive. It took me just 1 month to shift my habits, and for the past 3 months I've been consistently waking up at my desired time, which is 8 a.m. just like I promised myself. Whether your goal is to wake up earlier at 8 a.m., 6, or even earlier, these 8 strategies will work for you. And make sure to stay until the end because the last point will be the one that will change your life if you have been struggled in the past to wake up early. Now let's get to the point. The first one is to reset your sleep routine. If you want to wake up early, the first thing you need to do is to reset your sleep routine by gradually moving your bedtime earlier. So don't rush this. You can start slow, maybe just some adjustment 30 minutes or 1 hour earlier. Also, to resetting your sleep routine, first you have to determine what is your goal and then you work backward to determine what time you want to wake up. Let's say your goal is to wake up at 6. So count backwards for 7 to 8 hours to figure out your ideal bedtime. If 6 a.m. is the case, then you would want to sleep by 10 or 11 p.m. every day. Having a clear target makes it so much easier to adjust your sleep schedule. That is so much better than randomly trying to sleep earlier without a plan. For example, if you are someone who used to sleeping at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., your first goal should be shift that to midnight. Once you hit that target, you can slowly moving to earlier time, which is 11 p.m., feeling like exhausted the next morning. And the key here is consistency. By slowly adjusting your sleep time, your body learns to expect to sleep earlier and to wake up earlier. Remember, it's not about making a change drastically. Start slow, it's fine. Probably would take 1 week or 2 weeks, but eventually you'll get there. Second is to set a daily alarm. This one is simple but it's very essential. Set your alarm for your ideal wake-up time. Go to your phone, set alarms for Monday to Friday, and decide what you will do on weekends. Maybe you want to sleep in by an extra hour or 2, that is up to you. But for me, ideally, I want to wake up every day at the same time, no matter it's weekends. Wake up at 8. Now, I want to confess with you. I am somebody who used to snooze my alarm 10 times every morning. When I first woke up by the first alarm, I would snooze and I told myself just gonna sleep for 10 minutes, and then I woke up again because of the alarm, and I keep repeating that until literally 10 times. That made me wake up 3 hours later than what I wanted to. Even that, I woke up because I felt guilty to myself that I didn't achieve the target that I set, and I just wake up late being unproductive. That's why I can tell you right now, setting an alarm is not enough. If you are someone who used to struggle with snoozing alarm over and over again like me, I get it, I've been there. That's why you need to stick with me until the end because I'm going to share the strategy that really helped me to go from somebody who snoozed her alarm 10 times every day to be able to wake up immediately in the morning. Next, plan tomorrow tonight. So what does it mean? It's simple. Before you go to bed, take about 10 to 30 minutes to write down everything you want to do the next day. From the moment you wake up until the moment you sleep. Make this as detailed as possible, especially focusing on what you will do in the early morning. The key here is to have a clear purpose or a specific task that will give you a reason to wake up. For example, if you're a student, this could mean studying an exam or finishing your homework first thing in the morning. If you're working, for example, like a personal goal, hobby, learning to play an instrument, starting a side hustle, that will be the thing that you want to do first thing in the morning. If you want to build better habit in the morning, like reading books, journaling, meditating, or even exercising, that would be the task that you should do. Whatever it is, this is the task that will make you feel excited to wake up, and also doing that will bring you closer to your goals. That is the key point because that helped me so much to have the reason to get out of bed, feeling excited and do something right away when I wake up. Here's why this is so important. You need to take control of your time because your time is your time. Use those precious early hours to focus on things that truly matter to you, whatever that is for you. Also, you have to learn how to be a little bit more selfish about your time. Too often, we spend our life just satisfying other people's needs, working for other people, other people's dreams. helping them reach that but not ours. The mindset to use that early morning to invest in yourself and do what that truly matters to you. You'll no longer feel like you are just reacting to life. You'll be the one in control. 4. Get morning sunlight. This might seem simple, but it's so powerful. I cannot tell you how much powerful it is. And be real, it was one of my biggest problems that I faced when I was struggling to wake up early. My room was so dark, my body naturally couldn't differentiate whether it's morning or night. The sunlight plays a huge role in regulating your internal clock. When natural sunlight hits your eyes in the morning, it will trigger a system in your body that tells you it's time to wake up. And that was what missing for me. So here's what you can do. Open your curtains the night before, so leave them open, and by the time in the morning the natural sunlight will come to your eyes. Your body knows it's time to wake up, and naturally you will wake up. But if you are somebody who prefers to keep the curtain closed, then make sure to open that curtain early in the morning. And for me, what I would do, I would just stare outside for like a good 5 minutes, just looking around, maybe thinking something. Make sure that sunlight goes to my eyes. That's how I wake up. Trust me, this helps so much. Once I started exposing myself to the sunlight, it became a lot easier for me to wake up, and I feel more energized as well. It's like a natural wake up for your body, and it helps you to adjust to an earlier routine over time. If you've been struggling to wake up early, start with this simple task. Literally, just let the light come to your eyes. It will make it so much easier to get out of the bed. Before we move on to point number 5, I just want to take a moment to appreciate you for sticking with me so far. I know waking up early can be a struggle, but I truly believe that if you follow these steps, especially what's coming next, you can completely change your habits and start waking up early as your desired self. If it worked for me, it will work for you too. Let's keep going. Number 5, make your room comfortable. Another major factor that stopped me from waking up early was the temperature of my room. Especially during the winter, it was too cold. And let me tell you, I started feeling like a polar bear. Think about it, if polar bear hibernates when it's freezing because it's the perfect time to rest, and that would work for human as well. When your room is too cold, your body naturally just wants to stay in the bed under those warm, cozy blanket. So here's what you can do. If it's in the winter, set up a heater in your room, so by the time you wake up, it's warm enough and help you wake up easier. Or you can adjust your temperature in your house to a desired temperature. Make sure it's not too cold. This is a simple change, but having this, it removes one obstacle of waking up earlier. This trick, along with the getting morning sunlight, helped me a lot. Trust me, it works. Just these two. Number 6, take action immediately. Now you know that how important sunlight and temperature are. And the next step is to take action immediately when you wake up. What I mean is doing things like brushing your teeth, drinking water, maybe working out, whatever that is. This is super important because the faster you get moving, the less likely you are to crawl back to the bed. Just imagine, if you have brushed your teeth, if you have put your morning routine, you have drank water, you're all fully awake, would you want to go back to bed? I don't think so. At that point, I would feel like I'm just ready to start the day and begin working on things that I have planned the night before. Here are a few more things that you can try to get yourself moving in the morning. Stretch your body. Do some like stretching in the bed or right after you wake up. That will make your muscle feel less tense and ready to do the things you want to do after. Also, you can start with your first task. Remember that the night before you have planned your whole day, work on that task immediately. Recently, the task that I've done early in the morning after I wake up would be working out or reading books. Those two. Once you've taken that first action, you'll be fully awake in the perfect condition to take on the morning. Alright, are you ready for the most important tricks? Because what's coming next, point number 7 and 8 will be the game changer. It will take everything you've learned so far to the next level. And I've been struggling to wake up early. These strategies will make all the difference. Let's get into it. Number 7, move evening activities earlier. This may sound like a common sense, but it's something most people don't think about it when they're trying to wake up early. And the truth is, if you want to wake up earlier, you need to push everything in the evening routine forward to 2 to 3 hours earlier, depending on your goal. I had to do this too, and it made a huge difference. So what are the activities you need to move? Those are activities like eating dinner earlier. If you used to eating at 8 p.m., start to do that earlier. Maybe eat by 6 p.m. Next, you also have to start your night nighttime routine earlier, whether it's showering, preparing for the next day, whether it's to do your night skincare, do it all sooner. And here's why this works. When you push your evening activities forward, you'll have nothing left to do by the time you want to sleep. And one of the biggest reasons people stay too late is because they keep thinking, oh, I have more things to do. Maybe watch another movie, maybe scroll on the phone. Oh, I haven't do my skincare. Just one more task. But this habit of keep pushing your sleep time later and later is the problem. To fix this, you have to be strict with yourself. Set a hard cut-off time for sleep. For example, if you want to be asleep by midnight, you should be winding down 1 hour earlier by 11. Stop touching your phone at least 1 hour before bed. Make sure to turn on do not disturb mode on your phone. And if you can, do that every day. So there's a setting in your phone that you could set. That helped me so much because by the time it hits 11, my phone would totally be on a sleep mode and I cannot see any notifications. Nothing will distract me to sleep. Also, here's one last thing. On the last hour before going to bed, make sure that you remind yourself, okay, I have 1 more hour. What is one task I just want to finish by today? When it hits the time that I want to sleep, the task would be moved to the next morning. That is how I set the time and be strict to myself. This strategy is simple but so powerful. By moving your entire evening forward and being strict about your sleep time, you remove excuses that keep you stay up late. And when you sleep earlier, waking up early becomes so much easier. The last one is to track your progress. This is the key. Trust me, if you don't track it, you won't improve. There's a famous quote that says, "What gets measured, get improved." And I truly believe that. That's why you need to journal your progress. It's the game changer. And here's exactly how I did it, step by step. First is to set a specific goal. We talked about this earlier. That is to decide a specific time you want to wake up and also the time that you want to sleep. For me, I said that my time to sleep is 12 a.m. and I want to wake up by 8 a.m. Second is to list out actions that you will take. So that actions would be by 1 hour earlier, I close everything down and I wind down. Or by 1 hour before sleep, I just want to finish one last task. Also, you can include some things like I would wake up and look at the sun, and that could also be by the time in the morning, I open the curtains and do the first thing that I promised myself to do last night. The third one is to create a 7-day checklist. I made a simple checklist to track the progress. Every day, I would check the box if I wake up at 8 a.m. I would cross the box if I didn't and write down exactly what time I woke up. Then reflect at the end of the 7 days. After completing that exercise, I will sit down and reflect. Did I achieve my goals? If not, what went wrong? What stopped me? And what should I do differently? And here's what I discovered in my reflection. I promised myself to never fall back asleep once I woke up because that was a trap. If I told myself just 15 more minutes, it will turn into 2 hours every single time. So I had to remind myself the reason I wake up is for myself. I wanted those quiet hours in the morning to work on my goals and focus on what really matters for me. And guess what? After that reflection, something shifted. The next day, I woke up at 8. That was crazy. That was like life-changing. The next 2 days after that, I woke up at 8 a.m. again. Crazy. Couldn't believe that at that point. Now, was it perfect? Not quite, because after a few days, I slipped back to my original time, which is about 9 or like 10. But because I kept track, reflecting and adjusting, I eventually built the habit and reached my goal of waking up by 8 a.m. every single day. So here's how you can start. Set your specific sleep and wake up time. List out your evening activities to prepare. Track your progress for 7 days and reflect after that 7 days. If it's needed, do that 7 days checklist again until you hit that target, consistently waking up at the time that you desired. Before we wrap up, let's quickly summarize the 8 steps to wake up early and stay consistent. First is to reset your sleep routine. Second is to set a daily alarm. Third is to plan tomorrow tonight. 4 is to get morning sunlight. 5 is to make your room comfortable. 6 to take action immediately. 7 is to move evening activities earlier. And lastly, 8 is to track your progress. Thank you so much for staying until the end of this video. You are amazing. Not many people actually could finish the whole video, and seriously, you're probably the top 5% of my viewers who actually watch all the way through, and I truly want to appreciate you for that. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel, leave a like and comment. I will make sure to provide more contents like this for you to help you achieve your goals and build great habits. Thank you so much for watching. Click here to learn how to set goals and the strategies that will help you to achieve 80% of your goals in 2025. See you in the next video. Bye!